what I've learned is that where there's something to do, people will come. So as long as like there's a room and there's an objective, people will, from all over the place, will find themselves in that room as well. And then there's a room full of different ideas and different people, which is quite cool, it's quite interesting. And then it's nice to see those people working collaboratively. As a person, as a human, I feel like collaboration is one of the most important skills, because when you isolate yourself, it puts you at risk of not being able to learn. And collaboration is where you probably learn the most. Even if it's about yourself, it's from the comparison of yourself to others that you can learn more about yourself. The collaborative process is where your ideas can truly come to life as well, because you can have a vision and it's your vision, and then you show it to someone else, and then they build more, and then your vision becomes real.
We live in a country where people are very individualistic, so we don't actually have a culture where it encourages people to work together. However, doing small tasks like this and with young people, we'd encourage them to work more together, not just think about themselves.
Coming together with everybody else who has the same passion and interest as me, like, just learned a lot from this project.
Even just speaking to people as well had given me advice just to allow myself to learn more and just like look at references and just teach myself.
Just working with people of like all different backgrounds and stuff was a very like big eye-opener, because you see the skills that they have that you may not have, so you learn off each other.
If we collaborate, or even workshops today, if you do stuff together, you can make something new, and then other brands can take from that newness and bring it forward.
I feel like nowadays branding, especially for like clothes and things, it's become more random because you want to get people's attention quite quickly. And I feel like it's quite important as well, because you say a lot through how you brand something and what it looks like. And then when you show someone something, you want them to feel a certain way. So if like you're branding something, you want a certain emotion evoked, and I feel like it's quite cool and powerful if done correctly.
I think symbols are important in any brand because it reflects how, like, the foundation of the brand, how it started, what it's based off, and what the message it's trying to portray.
Creativity is, I guess, it's the generation of your own ideas, like coming up with your own craft, coming up with your own opinions, being open to other people's ideas, collaboration with others.
Creativity is just you being able to express yourself, a way for you to really express who you are.
I feel like nowadays, like, creativity doesn't just have to be about painting or drawing. Like, it's about being able to come up with really innovative ideas. I actually wouldn't describe myself as creative. I think I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't really create in that sense. I'm doing business, psychology and English literature.
I study graphics, psychology and maths.
I study A-levels, so photography, history of art and politics.
I study physics, electronics and math.
I study arts, maths and textiles.
I think it helps to have both like a creative and academic mindset. It just like helps me think of new ideas. Like, there are different ways of solving problems. I guess I think you can be creative in that way. People do have different ways of approaching a problem. In my family, like my culture, it's kind of bad to be wrong. Like, it's always better to be right. Like, there's nothing wrong with being wrong. Art helps me overcome that fear because I try different things.
I think like art is like such a broad term, and you don't really see many people in the field, especially coming from my background, and I think it's just kind of cool to do something that not everyone's like forcing you to do, or doing something that you actually want to do, and getting your work out there.
Creativity to me is a form of expression in a way that is familiar to you, and it's a way of showing people how you see the world through your eyes. The possibilities are endless and you really have no limits. Like, your mind is your canvas, you can make anything you want to. There's always ways you can incorporate social media within your art. Everyone is completely different, and whatever they post on social media is entirely up to them.
It's interesting because even now a lot of brands use social media, but it makes me a little bit uncomfortable if they're not helping a situation. I voluntarily put myself in a box where the information that I received and the information that I gave out was in a certain area. So I do worry about being manipulated, but that's up to me now.
I feel like everyone is susceptible to being manipulated by social media, honestly, and everything you see you do need to take with a pinch of salt. You never know how it's been biased, and there's so much information out there now that we have access to the internet.
I feel like some people jump on it too quickly and believe everything they read. I don't think that's the case, because it's literally just you're typing. Anyone can type something and just manipulate if they have a platform that people trust. So I feel like it's good to talk to other people about it so you can hear other people's opinions.
Nowadays, I feel like corporations are kind of cottoning on to how successful people can be on these websites and kind of manipulating audiences in that way.
You can't avoid propaganda. It's everywhere. They seep it into everything. From when you have a phone and it's connected to the internet, you're gonna absorb propaganda.
But I feel like there's some authenticity still there. The barrier between art and content is really blurred, especially with platforms like Instagram. A lot of content on Instagram constitutes art because it kind of brings in popular culture and all different references, and it kind of blurs the line between what art used to be and what art is now.
Ownership as a whole, I feel like it's completely changed, especially with the influx of social media and the internet being such a big presence that nothing's kind of truly yours. As soon as it's put out, it's everybody's, and that's what the rules that some people play by is if it's out, I can pull from it, I can make it mine.
Young creatives or people who want to get into the industry, they should just believe in themselves and just be willing to learn.
People who feel like they're restricted in the creative industry, I think you should just do what you do. And there's going to always be someone out there that's going to enjoy your work.